there's Kiryo there who keeps rage baiting about we're not hating men enough. That was his original tweet. And he kept on tweeting, getting cancelled, so sad. Anyway, I'm live on Twitch. In 2026, I will continue to rage bait men more. And then he made a video, I love hating men, and then tweeted today, we're not loving women enough. I don't want to take a moment to see what he wants to talk about. I've commented on it on Twitter already. It's like the most performative male thing you could do. He might as well just take a picture of himself like reading a book, like upside down at this point. It's kind of like when you say the most obvious shit, like misogyny bad, everybody clap. You know, like what's the point of this? Seriously, what's the point of this? I mean, rage bait used to be believable. A lot of people are falling for it. I'm kind of memeing on it, but he's like quadrupling down, obviously on purpose. Yeah, it's performative if people took the bait so easily. I made a tweet. I just like memed on it. I'll show my tweet. It really reminded me of that meme where there's like this guy. I think Taiga made his own version of it. I think it's a pretty funny meme. Dear period cramps, leave her alone. Sorry you had to see that, ladies. I just get so passionate about feminism. It's actually this vibe, but unironic. Like usually people post this ironically because it's funny, but he's not trying to be funny.
Hi everyone.
Oh god, his voice. I forgot he's like he has such a deep male ASMR voice.
Hi everyone. I'm back. Why, thank you for noticing I did get a haircut. How did you guys are so keen and observant. Thank you for noticing. Okay. Well, what can I say? I feel like I think enough people are here. I think everybody who's here is here. Yeah, the cancellation on Twitter. So I woke up this morning and I didn't have a community note yet, but I went on my business. Of course, I saw all of the replies and the quote retweets, but to be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention. I had many other important things that I had to tend to, mostly commission-based and replying to specific artists and sending wires to folks. But then I don't know. After a while, I noticed just an uptick of people responding and an uptick of people kind of going crazy. And then the community note kind of appeared. And of course, alongside that, there were a bunch of death threats and really slur-heavy stuff, both on the comments and the quote retweets and in my messages as well. But again, it's part of the job, so I just, I obviously just have to shrug those off. I think it's just very inherently ridiculous. Of course, the tweet was engagement bait to some degree. I mean,
yeah,
like we're literally content creators, you know what I mean? Like we stream and shit. Why the fuck wouldn't we like tweet and want the tweet to go somewhat viral? It's part of our jobs. We do this full time. I'm a full-time content creator.
Yeah, but you can do viral memes without insulting half the population. Like, imagine you're just a normal guy who's never done anything wrong, who like, who treats his mother right, who has sisters, who's, just chilling in their chair, and you just see this. We don't hate men enough. Like, what? I would just be like, what the fuck did I do? What did I do to deserve this?
And of course, we tweet things that we think people will like. Like, it's very ridiculous that people would see it otherwise.
Wait, we tweet things that people would like? Do people like this stuff? I don't think people like this stuff. I think they did the opposite of liking this.
And, a lot of the quote retweets and the messages and the replies, it's a big self-report, Like 95% of all of the people who are quote retweeting and replying to me on that tweet are men. Who are wishing death upon me or just using slurs as a gotcha or, literally up in my DMs calling me chink and all of these fucking awful things. And, like it's awful. And I feel for people who basically have to operate under this guise of just, it's hard. I'm very grateful, first of all, that you guys are very understanding and very sweet. But I want to say, first and foremost, that I care about your safety. The truth is that it takes a lot of thick skin to go through something like this. It does. And I've been dealing with this since I was 14. This isn't my first rodeo, and I'm very much used to this, but I don't want you guys to go into this, especially when you don't understand what you might be getting yourself into. I really appreciate it, but you don't have to defend me, because I worry about you guys, and I know that you care, and I know that you care for me, and I care for you as well. So I really am proud of you guys for being mature and not going out of your way to defend yourself, because you don't know, you're putting yourself in between me and the person who's mocking me, but you don't know how dangerous they could be. You know what I mean? And you don't know just like what bad intentions they have. Like, to give you an idea, my mother received 2 phone calls today from unknown numbers.
Wait, that's messed up. What the fuck? They're calling his mom?
And I told her not to pick up unknown number calls. And she hasn't been receiving phone calls from unknown numbers. So I don't know. Like, my mom is more out there, but you know what I mean? Like, this is the kind of people you're dealing with in a way, where you don't know how you don't know the levels they'll go to harass you or to hurt you. So I want you to be aware of this. Like, it's fine if it's something that happens to me. I'm used to it. I'm also a guy, and I can defend myself very well. I also live in places where I just don't think anybody would really come see me.
Yeah, we don't know if they were just like telemarketers or whatever, or if it's harassment. There are some crazy people online, though, especially if you're a content creator. You're visible. That being said, he knew it was going to be a sensitive topic, because it's part of the whole, culture war, gender war, absolutely anything that relates, any like big black and white statement like this, and even more nuanced statement, get very heated, especially on Twitter. So he kind of knew what he was doing when he did that, clearly, because he did admit he was doing it for rage bait. That being said, obviously you don't deserve being doxxed. You don't deserve somebody harassing your mother. That's awful. That's taking things too far. He does deserve the criticism, though.
Or anything like that, but you have to be very careful, and I don't want you to go out of your way trying to defend me or anything like that. It is jarring to see, and honestly, I wish I didn't say that I have to be numb to these kinds of things, because it does take a bit of my... to be numb to these kinds of things, you also have to be numb to the good emotions in a way. But it's part of the job, and it's a job that I took on, and it's a responsibility that I took on, and you guys are my community, and thereby in part a little bit of my responsibility, not your personal lives, but I just want to give this fair warning. You know what I mean? So just be careful and watch out for your own mental, because these people are vicious and they will go to lengths unknown to harass people. It was a very stupid ass tweet, to be fair with you, and to be honest, I've been laughing my ass off about it. The raw honest truth of this...
Wait, does he regret it, or is he laughing about it?
Is if I had tweeted, "We're not hating women enough," would I have received this amount of backlash? Absolutely fucking not, to be honest.
From this amount, maybe, there's less women online, like in general, in the VTubing community, but he would have received backlash, yes, from women, the targeted group, yes. Yes, both sides get backlash. Remember when Kitsunero and Rosie did those tweets? Like in sheer numbers, I think there is less female audience online. Maybe not in his audience. In his audience, it might be the opposite. But remember when Kitsunero and Rosie they kind of did a social experiment in a way. They tweeted that we needed to give more love to men, and then they tweeted we need to give more love to women, and both tweets got an insane amount of backlash. And none of the tweets were negative. None of the tweets were negative at all. Yeah, he would have been harassed by his own audience. That's why he didn't do it. Actually, because it would have targeted his own audience, they would have been even more upset, because it's personal and they believe in him. So he might have even gotten more angry fans that would have been permanently disconnecting from his content after the matter. Those tweets escaped the VTuber bubble. That's why there was so much hate. That is very probable.
Like, if someone saw that, they'd be like, "Oh my god, like, that's silly," or they do their own research, but nobody would have cared. Like, it just goes to show that the people who are responding to this are incredibly sensitive loser incels who are like either underaged or just completely brain dead and have just no ability to critically think or do their own research.
Okay, it really reminds me of the Uki white people thing now. Like, it's just a repeat of the Uki stuff. But it's crazy when you think about it, that even the positive tweet about men and women get backlash. So imagine, like, what are you thinking when you tweet negative stuff about a gender? What do you think is gonna happen? Seriously, what do you think is gonna... And is it really funny? It's not funny. I don't know why he's laughing at it, but it's not funny at all. And I really, really dislike this mentality.
So if I had said, you know, we're not hating women enough, I would have not received half the backlash. But the problem with this statement is it's like very untrue. Like, women have it very much historically and observably harder than men in many departments, right? I'm not saying that men have it easy or life is easy. Life is hard for everybody usually, right? Like, especially, except if you're like, you know, you've been born with a silver spoon or something. But life is hard. But for women, it's even harder. And if I had said that we're not hating women enough, I guarantee that I wouldn't have received half or a fourth as much backlash. But it's these sensitive loser incels that are, you know, have been thriving in the dusty recesses of Twitter that are very pissed about it. And I absolutely am not backing down. Like, they can all suck my dick, to be honest with you. And again, I'm not trying to say that all men are bad people, but somehow it's always a man who's pissed at me. Never a woman. I don't get it.
That's not true. That's not true because, well, I'm a woman and I didn't like that tweet. And I also criticize him for it. I'm criticizing for him right now. I don't need to be in a targeted group to think it's a bad idea. In fact, I even had the same discussion with a friend literally just like 2 days before his tweet. I've had the exact same discussion with a friend where, like, we argued about a very similar statement. I hate blanket statement like that. A bunch of female VTubers were in the replies, and he's like, oh, you know, women have it hard and blah, blah. Sure, that could be true, but that's not what you said. You said we don't hate men enough. That ain't what you said at all. You could have said, go hug your mother, they work so hard, or whatever. You could have said anything. You could have said something positive.
Like, I'm not saying all men are bad people, but somehow it's always some, like, incel guy who is pissed at me and never a woman. I don't really understand. And I think the most ironic part is when so many men are like, oh my god, you will never, like, you will always be a virgin, blah 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 blah, in my comment section. Like, the craziest projections ever, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, that is, I guarantee you have, like, it's so insane. It's so fucking crazy, the projections that they're throwing out there for me. I cannot even, I cannot even, simply put. But yeah, I don't know, it's really ridiculous, and it's also really saddening and funny. Sadly, there are a lot of people in the comment sections and men who have messaged me as well,
okay,
who said, like, who've called me like really awful names because they think I'm a woman. Like, some of them think I'm a woman, and it's really funny because they're just like calling me.
I do think a lot of the backlash is also performative virtue signal. Of course, there's a lot of backlash that's from people that are like deep in the trenches of like the whole culture war discussion, and these people really need to be, you know, they need to be offended on behalf of the culture war. By the way, I don't want to see. It's not because we're covering this that I want to see comments being hateful on women after that in my highlight video or in the comment section of my stream, okay? One does not excuse the other. It goes both ways. It goes both ways for me. I like men and women equally. And I think both genders should be... I can't believe I have to say this, but I think both genders should be respected and loved. That's it. Yeah. Everybody clap. Everybody clap for me. The most normal statement was just said on stream.
All of these terrible things and like...
Yeah, you guys can clop instead. Sure.
Literally going, oh my god, you're... like, you're a woman, and it's like, oh, you're some sort of like weird...
I know. Next is like, murder is bad, you know, also another hot take. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
I don't know. I don't even know what they're fucking saying. They have like lingo they have like 4chan lingo that I don't really understand. But like they literally are just like, they some of them think that I'm an actual woman and are like taunting me and saying like, oh, blah, 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 this shit. Like, I don't know, guys. So listen, you know what's really funny? I think that this shows that I think it was really interesting to be mocked as a woman for the very first time, which is kind of crazy. Like, I feel now more empathetically and deeply connected to you, because
Stop!
What guy ever gets mocked as a woman, you know? And
oh my god, 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 I can't believe you just said that. Okay, it's so cringe, it's so cringe. Oh my god, he's like, ladies, now that I've been mocked as a woman, I feel so more empathically connected to you. Yes, I'm the Rizzler, by the way. Send me super chats. I can't believe I did not expect him to say that. That was crazy.
now it's finally happening where guys are kind of in my DMs and go off queen and in my comments just saying like, you know, mocking me and calling me a woman and saying really nasty shit, to be honest with you. Like, oh my god, your breasts are saggy, or you're fucking like, you know, you fucking hate men, I hope. Like, really, I can't even say this shit that they're saying because it's terrible. It's also very triggering. It's just really bad. Like, you can imagine the kind of shit that like a really angry guy would say to women. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, it's ridiculous, and some of it is just so stupid and uncalled for. But yeah, I don't know. And the community note, I don't even know where to start with the community note. The community note is obviously very stupid, and it was made by people. So there was like a comment section chain, I don't know, a while.
Wait, what is the community note? Oh, it's not even the reply. So you hate George Floyd? The community note didn't even go through. It's only proposed. Check mark. Judging from their post history, this is most likely rage bait to farm engagement. Yeah, that is true. The post satirical said they're fighting in the community notes. Yeah, the community note didn't go through. Well, the community notes, the thing is, it removes monetization from posts, and it's especially important to remove monetization from rage bait posts. So to discourage people from rage baiting further.
A while back that was saying we should community note Kiryo so that he doesn't earn any money from the tweet. So they came up with the most bullshit community note ever, because they were like, now you won't make your $3.70 from the tweet. Take that. Yeah, I bet that's really gonna hurt you. Your $3.70, we're going to strip that right away. We're gonna take that from your hands. And I was like, oh no, my $3.70. Whatever shall I do without my $3.70? So yeah, the community noted me. If you notice, the community note is incredibly nonsensical. Like, it's so stupid. It's like, this is engagement baiting. It's really dumb, because what tweet on Twitter isn't engagement baiting? Like, if you're a content creator, you're engagement.
No, but there's a difference between engagement baiting and rage baiting. These are two different things.
Baiting. Like, is there a community note on everybody?
I know, $370 used to mean something, guys, and now it means nothing. Now, what can you even buy with that? I used to be able to buy a burger at McDonald's for that price. Now I can't buy fucking shit. I can buy gum with it.
Tweet?
True, I could buy a water bottle. I do like water.
You say I'm going live, is that engagement baiting? Or if you do like, it's just so stupid. Like, it's really, really so stupid. So you guys can vote on the community note to have it removed. But at this point, I don't really fucking care, because I wear it like a badge of honor. To be real with you, to me, it's a really cool badge of honor to have.
Wait, was the community note rescinded? Like, was it there when he filmed the video, and maybe because he told his chat, I'm speculating right now, I don't actually know. Maybe he told his chat and they voted on it. The way they made community notes, I don't know if you guys know this, the way Elon Musk made community notes wait is that a vote for the community note from an opposite faction, like quote unquote, like whatever the algorithm thinks is an opposite faction from you, will weight more than the faction it believes you belong to. Does that make sense? Let's say I am somebody from his community or somebody from his faction, and I see this tweet and I'm like, no, this community note is actually correct and I want it to go through, and I vote like yes on it, my vote will weight more than somebody who, I don't know, always community notes stuff against men, if that makes sense. So, like, even if he'd ask his fan base to vote on this, they would need a lot of votes for it to actually make a weight. That's why community notes are also fucked, by the way. Like, everything on Twitter is just fucked.
My little community note, and you know, they can take their $3.70 or however much dog shit money they were going to pay me for the tweet and shove it. I don't care. I wear the community note like a badge of honor for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it.
For you guys. I like that he did that for him. He's pretending that he's doing it for them, for the women in his chat.
Just, it's crazy. It is an insane situation, and obviously, well, I have more to say about it, but obviously a lot of people have responded. A lot of, like, you know, very interesting and choice content creators have responded, and it's become a shit show. Like, if you guys look at the replies, there have been multiple content creators, multiple times my size, like 3-4.
I make dumb rage bait posts for you guys, for you, my ladies.
4 or 5 times my size, basically quote retweeting it and sending their fan bases to attack mine, and it's been pretty effective for the most part. Like, their quote retweets have garnered, you know, thousands of likes as well, and you know, they've taken to my DMs to attack me, or they've taken to other places to attack me as well. Like, people on Instagram have gone on there, or they replied to other posts and stuff like that. But you know, what can you do? It just comes with the territory, really. And I feel bad for them more than anything, really. You know, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. I still got it. Who else can rage bait to a level that I can? I genuinely don't know anybody who has rage baited in the VTubing scene in such a dramatic fashion, where it has become so deeply, I don't know, like, I think this is, we've reached unprecedented levels of rage bait. This should be a record. But yeah, basically, be careful. Again, I really appreciate my community for having my back. It means a lot, but I always knew that you guys would. This was very nonsensical, and I feel proud of you for being so mature to learn when to back off. I know some of you guys wanted to respond to some of these people, but listen to me, you are going to get dogpiled by very unsavory comments and by unsavory people who have nothing left to lose. You have something left to lose, you know? You have your dignity, you're a decent person, you're kind, you stand for something that's right. So don't do that. Don't put yourself in harm's way for me, but I really do appreciate the sentiment, and I do appreciate you wanting to do something like that for me, and to, like, you know, want to defend your Oshi, but it's not something that you should do. You don't have to worry.
Okay, now we're just gonna group hug each other in this immense group huggy echo chamber. Woo! Yeah, I don't know what else I can add. I think I've made my views on this before. Hate begets hate, and when you make tweets like that about one gender, it's gonna make the hate rise against that gender. And I really don't like this kind of hateful generalization talks. And like there's a reason why the red pill and all of these movements took so much amplitude in the last few years. They're falling off now because they're all being exposed for being frauds, but still these streamers became highly popular from it. It's all interconnected. There's nothing that stands alone in a vacuum. When people keep hearing these statements, resentment grows, and then they go online, they lash out. It's really all connected. One day, maybe we'll move past this, hopefully. But until then, we're gonna keep having the same kind of discussion online.
I got it. You can do what you want and tweet in your own circles where nobody will find you, but keep yourselves safe first and foremost, you know? The comments I got were a lot tamer than I expected. I think it's just because once they get called out for their bullshit sometimes, they just have no idea how to respond. You know what I mean? Like, these incels really have no other way to respond but insert slur, insert slur, insert slur, die, insert slur, you're stupid, insert slur. Like, there's just no other way. Like, if they try and be they can't be sensible. There's nothing like there's no sense in what they're saying a lot of the times. And you know, you don't even know if you're arguing with a minor is an issue. Like you have no clue. You might be arguing with someone who's like 17, 16, 18, 19, you know, a really fucking stupid kid who's just following their favorite content creator. You know what I mean? You could genuinely be arguing with someone fucking 16 or 17. Like, don't waste your time, Chan. Like, we're both our time is worth more than that. You know? Like, you are worth more than that. I truly believe that your time is worth more than that. You could literally be doing, I don't know, like cleaning shit off of your lawn, and it would be more productive than replying to idiots like that. Just let them be. Some of them might be very young, so let it be. But yeah, literally as I started this tweet, like other big accounts are responding to me.
He's not gonna acknowledge what he did or apologize. He's quadrupling down. It's part of his strategy. We kind of knew he was gonna do that, judging from his tweets. Yeah, and he's calling insults. It's like the Hassan strat, right? Just you know, group everybody that's criticizing him as whatever name, you know.
Gonna lie, other huge accounts are responding to me.
Hey, that's a stupid joke. I think he actually believes it though. Like, I don't think he thinks it's a joke. I don't think he thinks it's a joke.
I got like accounts with 500,000, 600,000. There are videos out there of me already, like with like 50, 60,000, 80,000 views. It's fucking nuts. People are going crazy. But what can you do?
But that's what he wanted. That's what you wanted, so.
You just gotta take it on the chin and just keep going. I gained like 20 followers. I don't really know what, like over 1 million followers, like basically people with over 1 million. I don't really, like, they did not succeed. Like, it's been a ridiculous attempt at something really stupid. So I don't really know what they're really after. But yeah, it is very dumb. It's not even like a nuanced thing to talk about, you know. It's objectively very stupid. And I'm not going to lie, like, this just proves how fragile some men can be, you know. Again, not all men, but somehow always a fucking fragile ass ego man who has the emotional, like, maturity and intelligence of a goddamn, like, peanut, who is just always pissed at me for some reason. People ask me, like, why don't you have more guy friends? This is why I don't have more guy friends. I stick to the guy friends I do have, you know, and I do have a decent amount, but some of them are just so, like, stupid, bro. Like, I literally cannot be friends with so many men. They have zero emotion.
That's what I mean. I think he believes it. No, he 100% believes it. It's not a joke for him. I have a lot of guy friends. There's a lot of chill guys. I've had bad experience with men just like anybody else. You know what? It's human nature. You meet bad humans everywhere. And yet, I'm still not ready to lose hope. Like, I'm still not ready to give in to hate. I'm still not ready to give in to blanket statements. And I've had some pretty bad experience too. So I don't know.
Emotional intelligence, and I'm tired. For all my life, I'm so tired of being okay with like men who are just so emotionally constipated, who have to take an emotional shit for like 15 years and choose to like hold that shit in and be like, I'm so strong. Like, just let it out, bro. What the fuck is your problem? But yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel, and I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've had bad experience with men, women, young, old, rich, poor. It's really about the person's character at the end of the day. There's bad people everywhere. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.